Could the policies from Rachel Reeves reshape the British economy for better or worse? In this video, we look at LBC discussion between Nick Ferrari and Andy Haldane, former Bank of England chief economist, as they unpack the state of the economy. Plus, we'll highlight some key leadership principles for you based on their conversation. Before we get into the details, if you love diving into political issues and enjoy hearing a principled take on them, then hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to join the conversation. It will help our channel grow.
So Rachel Reeves was a bit of a darling of the city. She held these breakfasts, didn't she? And everybody sort of sang, oh, this is going to be... How's she doing, Andy?
Well, let's be clear. I mean, it's been a disappointing almost 12 months. I think everyone would say that. Business would plainly say that. The city would say that. Citizens would say that. I think backbenchers would say that. It's not been the plan, gone to plan. The good news, I'd say, Nick, and there is a little bit, is that this year started a little bit perkier than many people expected, and fingers crossed that might continue.
Why? How much is she the author of her own misfortune, Andy?
To some significant degree. There's been mistakes, rookie errors, actually.
Outline some of those for
Well, I mean, the Black Hole announcement sucked the confidence from business and consumers. The budget compounded that felony and how it was certainly described. On too many measures, Nick, it's felt like the fiscal cart has been put in front of the growth horse, to be honest. It's felt penny pinching. It's felt small. It's not been the sort of thing we need to get the animal spirits in the country going, and therefore the country growing. And that's been errors. More than one. They are redeemable. There's still time, but not that much time, because unless you plant the policy seeds now, they will not germinate and grow by the time of the next election.
How comfortable do you think she appears in the post at the moment? Do you think she's aware of some of the missteps you've just outlined?
Yeah, I think the body language has been very, very telling over the past few months. Understandably, because, the criticism has been pretty brutal and in some cases pretty personal. I've got no time for the personal criticism, but I think the policy mistakes should have been fessed up to and should have been corrected. Some of them probably are now being corrected. But let's take winter fuel. It should not have taken 9 months to course correct on that. And that in some ways makes a bad situation somewhat worse.
You're all about growth. I heard you speak at the City AM Awards, I think it was last month, but it was certainly very recently anyway. You don't think the government's doing enough for growth?
No.
Or anywhere near enough, do you?
Not even close. To be clear about growth, I don't mean something as arid as GDP. I mean people's living standards, people's sense of things getting better in their community, Nick. The sense that today's young generation will be better off than their parents, which they are not. And people feel that in their bones. And it's only by going at this with real gusto and at real scale, Nick, at real scale. Let's take defence today.
Please, I was going to get you onto it anyway, so do it now.
It is directionally good that we are spending more on defence. But look, the absolute bare minimum was done to get Keir Starmer through a meeting with Donald Trump, right? We now look like a laggard on defence spend relative to much of the rest of the world. Yes, that will generate a few more jobs outside of the southeast, but nothing like on the scale we need to get growth going,
So you'd go 3% like that, would you?
Well, I would certainly make a very firm commitment to go through the gears from 2.5 to 3 to, I think, something close to 3.5%.
Which is what Mark Rutte wants, of course, in
exactly.
direction.
Plus the 1.2 in defence-related spending. I think with that, you have a clear North Star behind which you then build confidence among businesses to get behind that commitment and to begin employ people today on the expectation of spending tomorrow.
Have they got the money?
Well, they can have the money. It will require Rachel to loosen her self-imposed fiscal chains to some degree. And indeed, we'll need to see some tax rises, I suspect, towards the end of the year. We'll need a bit more borrowing, a bit more taxation, and a loosening of our fiscal shackles to step up to the plate on defence things and beyond. And the truth is, the growth dividend from that, Nick, will pay for the extra borrowing.
Given the promises that they gave in opposition, though, no increase in taxes, how are they going to do it? They just have to break their promise.
Well, I think we're deeply into U-turn territory already, Nick, are we not?
Almost on a weekly basis.
Yes. So I suspect the worm has already turned on that front, and therefore will be somewhat easier come the budget, and it will be the budget rather than the spending review later this month, where there is a chance for a reset, a significant reset of the story, because we're lacking a story right now about how the economy is going to get going. And backing that up, not just with words about change, but with money to back up that change. You tell that growth story, and actually bond markets, which are definitely fragile right now, they lap it up.
Businesses and individuals alike want government leaders who are confident about what they're doing. Having confidence in the direction you are taking doesn't always mean having every detail perfectly planned out. It means having a clear vision and the resolve to adapt decisively when challenges arise, rather than merely reacting when something goes wrong. The vision that you have for the country should be your guide. It should also be aligned with facilitating business growth and empowering the people. High taxes can indeed challenge economic progress, and broken promises can erode trust. But here's the bright side. When we champion smart policies that fuel and encourage honest, transparent leadership, we create a foundation for thriving businesses, empowered individuals, and stronger communities. Let's advocate for progress, hold leaders accountable, and build a future where opportunity lifts us all. If you have benefited in any way from this video, please subscribe, like, share, and be sure to leave us a comment.